Join us and discover beautiful beaches, rugged landscapes, pretty towns, desolate mountain ranges that sweep down to stunning lakes, unique architecture, history and folklore, no shamrocks, no shillelaghs, and definitely no shenanigans, just naked Ireland. It's a beautiful June day and we're here on the Lisburn Road in South Belfast, a really nice residential area with some lovely shops and cafes dotted along its thoroughfare. I thoroughly recommend this part of the city if you're a visitor to Belfast. The subject of this video, however, is quite controversial since we're going to focus on the topic of flag flying in this part of the city. Naked Ireland is just presenting the facts and simply asking the question, should flags be erected on public lampposts here? I'm leaving it to you, the viewer, to determine if it's something that should continue or something that should be stopped. And you can see the first of these flags here. These flags appear mysteriously overnight every year. My understanding is that they are erected by members of loyalist bands who parade along here on the 12th of July celebrating the victory of William of Orange at the Battle of Boyne in 1690. A few of these flags went up just prior to the Queen's Jubilee at the start of June, and then after the rest went up as happens every year. They'll probably come down again around September, so they'll remain here for about 4 months of the year. For those of you watching from outside of Ireland and the UK, you may not be that familiar with the period of conflict known as the Troubles, which sowed division between communities identifying as nationalist or unionist here. A peace agreement in 1998 began the process of healing to the extent that people live in Belfast now in relative peace, and the daily shootings and bombings are now a thing of the past. However, flags here are very potent symbols of national identity. And national identity, whether you feel yourself to be Irish, aspiring perhaps to unite with the rest of the island of Ireland, or British, wanting to continue to belong to the UK, that is what was essentially at the core of the violence that was endemic here for almost 30 years. Having said that, there's a whole generation of people that have now grown up in this city in peacetime. They didn't experience the Troubles and in some cases no longer see themselves in that old binary way of identifying either as nationalist or unionist. This part of the city also now has a large population of immigrants who again neither identify as unionist or nationalist. Coupled with that, it is a large student area being close to Queen's University, and so many of those student renters are foreign or ambivalent to the political situation here. Many also come from the Republic of Ireland or from nationalist towns and townlands elsewhere in the north. And over a period of 40 years, the Catholic population here has vastly expanded, turning what was in the 1970s a largely Protestant area into an area which returned a nationalist Sinn Féin politician with the largest amount of votes in the last Northern Ireland Assembly election. This part of Belfast is therefore very mixed. It's probably fair to say that the flags along here are not representative of the community, although they even hang outside the police station, as you can see. Flags that appear on the streets of Belfast may cause the people for whom the flag holds a negative connotation to feel at best alienated and at worst aggravated by the feeling that they're having other people's political opinions forced upon them. The police have said that the flags are on lampposts which are in the control of the Department of Infrastructure. Unless that department complains, then it's not a policing matter. So, in theory, anyone can put up a flag or a series of flags of any description without permission and regardless of whether the community feels it's appropriate, or the flags are representative, or indeed if the people may be intimidated by them. The police won't take action without a complaint from the Department of Infrastructure. Even then, according to one of the South Belfast MLAs, or members of the Legislative Assembly, if the Department for Infrastructure contact the police to complain, the police will then seek a safety assessment to see if a flag can be taken down, presumably meaning determining if its removal will cause civil unrest. In short, they don't tend to be removed. Let us know in the comments if you feel that anyone should be allowed to erect flags of any description in this part of the city. Also, please subscribe and like this video to encourage more Naked Ireland videos in the future.